So, welcome back to another Young Blooms tutorial. Hope you're well. This one's just a really simple, it's a really simple idea that can work in different ways and quite festive, quite nice really. So essentially we are going to make a form of Kokedama around a hyacinth bulb. So here we go, we're going to look at how to make that. So really, really quite straightforward. So, as you can see, I have a hyacinth in a pot. This one's a blue one. And what you will also need is some moss. So you need some moss as well. I buy this in boxes. Just from the wholesaler, so it's flat moss. So along with your moss and your hyacinth bulb, you'll also need some twine. So this is just garden twine and a pair of scissors. So that is all that you need for this design. So we will get started. So I'm just going to ease the hyacinth out of the pot. There we go. I'm going to try and knock off the compost around the bottom. The root system on a bulb is, well, they're quite fragile. You do end up snapping some of them, don't worry about it too much. So just brushing that away. So brushing that compost around the bottom away. And then you get your piece of moss. And all I've done is simply sort of gathered the roots a bit in at the bottom, laying the bulb on top, and then you're just sort of folding the moss up and around. So just adding a bit more moss around here, and then folding it up. This is where you need about 4 hands, but that's okay. And you're essentially making a little parcel around the bulb. There we go. So you can kind of see it's all covered pretty much. So then you just take your string, really simply, hold it with your thumb, and then start wrapping. And again, as always, keep the string quite close to your hand, and start layering it around the bulb. It is that simple. There we go. So just kind of making sure all the bits of moss are sort of caught. So I've kind of caught all the bits. I caught all the bits of moss, and then they're all sort of encased by the string. So then chop the string off, and then all I do is poke it through. There we go. Poke it through. And you can just tie a little knot. There we go. Chop the end off. And there we have it. Really simple. One Kokedama hyacinth. Thank you very much. So I think in terms of getting it to a point of flowering, I would just mist this every so often. And then you'll enjoy the flower as it comes out. I think hyacinths are fairly hardy, so this would be enough. You don't need to soak it, I would say. Though to be honest, this one that I made probably, I don't know, a week or so ago, and it's dry as a bone, but the flower head is still fine, and it will come out. So I think the theory, it's a bit like planting bulbs for Christmas, and you leave them in a dark room, and they eventually, it's just a slower growing process, I guess. But let me show you how then you can use them in a sort of decorative way. So I've just taken a log slice and have put the bulbs on the slice and added some candles. and then just covered the base of the candles with moss, and you've got quite a cute little display. So you can see, there you go. So you can see the bulb on a slice. Just a really kind of lovely little idea. I'll take some photographs so you can see more detail. But there we go. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you next time.